Good morning. It is our C day here today. Well, I still have no voice because it's 7:30 in the morning, but I'm gonna go for a run. So I'm all dressed up in my Disney World marathon shirt, or half marathon shirt, and I'm gonna go do a little run around deck 4 and try to make a little more space. Still full from Palo last night, and we have another Palo in a couple hours. It is super foggy outside, so you will likely, if there's any audio, you will hear probably the foghorn. So that's gonna be this. So anyways, I'll see you out on the track. It is soupy out there. It's also squeaky under the shoes. Yeah, our visibility is real not great. You can even see, I don't know if you can see it here, but the people that are all the way in front of me are even a little bit misty. And there's a foghorn. When weather is this bad, and not to say the weather's bad, again, look at those seas. Those seas are glass. So calm right now. But when it's this foggy, the foghorn has to go so that we can let other ships know where we are. As I was running, I ran into Dave from the Philippines, who was the cast member that I talked with for like an hour in Alaska. And it was so good to see him. He answered a million of my questions again. He'd just gotten off of his watch as quartermaster. He was coming down to do some maintenance. He made such an impression on me when I was here last time. And I know that they don't get a lot of people to talk to them because they don't generally initiate conversation, but they can answer. So for those of you who don't know what quartermasters do and haven't watched my Alaska series, quartermasters are the ones who drive the ship. They have to pass a series of exams, courses. They basically have to get a degree. And you have to have good eyes and good ears, because when you're on a day like today, when visibility is really low, you got to keep your ears open for any non-standard sounds. I asked him what island we were by. He said we were by San Clemente, I think. And he's going home for a couple of weeks to the Philippines, and then he'll be back for the Alaska in June. He said we're just driving zigzags with the weather being as it is. But you know what? For a sea day, I don't care. We're in calm seas. There's dolphins nearby. It's a good day. With that, I'm gonna call my morning run over. Did about 2 miles, I think. According to my watch, we'll see how accurate it is. But took it easy, and I'm gonna go and relax. I got Palo at noon.
So this one is coconut rice.
Daisy! I love it! Thank you!
With quartermasters, found out what all the different coveralls represent, what jobs they are.
So good.
Okay, let's start with number 1. Wait a minute, Doc, are you telling me my mom has the hots for me? That is quote number 1. You've got to ask yourself one question. Do I feel lucky? Well, do ya, punk? That is number 6.
It's like one of those movies that I'm like trying to figure out which one it is.
For me, this quote, like I've heard it before, and I could probably get the actor who said it, but I would never be able to tell you what film. Moving on to number 12, let me get this straight. You know her and she knows you, but she wants to eat you and everybody is okay with that? Who said it?
Just coming back into the room, and our luggage tags are here. It is time for us to head to Palo via guest services. We need to drop off a gift to our friend over in deck department, and I don't know how to get a hold of him, so guest services is how we're gonna get to him.
you get a mousse.
Ooh, that's very nice.
That is a good mimosa. So Palo Brunch, I'm a little wary of because the menu doesn't really appeal to me as much. Cotta is our server. She's actually from Italy, and she highly recommended the ham and hollandaise eggs benedict, which I can't have ham, the lasagna, which is a little too tomato saucy, and the Parmesan crusted chicken breast, which is also served with a red sauce and with cheese, and I try to go a little lighter on the cheese. So there's a lot here that I worry about for me. So I know I'm going to be getting things that are not necessarily the highest recommendation, and I go in with that expectation. For my mom, on the other hand, she might be taking some of the highly recommended items just due to the nature of our palates and what we prefer. So I got an almond croissant to start because I love a good almond croissant, and the seafood antipasti because there's no pork in that. The almond croissant is excellent. It's sweet and almondy, which is what I like. Focaccia. That's what I wanted the garlic bread last night to be. I wanted that. This is what I expected the garlic bread to be. Salmon gravlax, seared ahi, shrimp, crab claw, green lip mussel. Again, some go with the saffron aioli, some go with the cocktail sauce, and you go with what you like. The shrimp appear to have a great deal of dill on them. So we'll see how that goes. Because I don't like dill. The ahi tuna, I'm going to taste it straight up with just some lemon on it, as is. This is normally how I eat it. A seared ahi. That's the reason why I got the seafood plate. I don't care about the others.
You could just have...
I could just get the seared ahi all day and be a happy person.
You're not interested in...
I don't need anything else of the menu. I just get the seared ahi.
Can I have a plate of seared ahi?
And now I'm going to try it with the saffron aioli. Okay. It's really good with the saffron aioli. It adds a bit of creaminess that balances the sharp spice of the sear and the spices on the sear. So I'm always looking for what I can find here based on my dietary preferences and my dietary limitations.
Prosciutto. I think that's Cotta.
Cheeses and olives and cured meats.
Yeah, salami. So I've been trying the sort of the meat antipasto, and it's all really good. I've been tasting away here, nibbling away, and they're all very salty though. So everything here is based on salt, whereas the seafood had more of a sweet, more of a sweetness to it too.
Because we both struggle with red sauce, we talked to our server, Katya, and we're like, what can we get that doesn't have red sauce? And she was like, well, we could do the goat cheese and grape pizza, which I believe used to be a staple on the menu.
I think it's Gorgonzola.
It might be Gorgonzola. Okay, the cheese and grape pizza. All I know is it's cheese and grape. This is one of those trust your servers moments, so we're trusting our server, and we wanted to give it a shot. So we have a slice of the Gorgonzola and grape pizza. Give it a taste. Ooh. Oh, that's interesting, but it's good interesting. The grapes are very sweet. There's a lot of like garlicky, buttery flavors to it. I would recommend this. So this is, trust your servers, friends, trust your servers. This is the wild mushroom ravioli. And there's 3 ravioli, which is, I think, a good serving size.
It's like some lovely butter, and I think it's a lemon butter sauce with it.
That looks lovely. I got the grilled sirloin. This is a huge piece of steak. I was expecting like a fraction of this size. I was expecting a similar portion size to the 3 ravioli.
So cuts really nice. Very fragrant. You can taste the cheese sort of on top. It's like you can taste each individual layer. It's like there's feels like there's pieces of mushroom in it.
I am going to taste the mushroom ravioli, which was the other one that I wanted. It's good. As ravioli goes, it's really good. I can taste a lot of the cheese in it, and I am not the world's biggest cheese person. Yes, I know, I'm weird. The steak, at first glance, I've already cut into it to give my mom a significant piece, and they actually did cook it medium rare, which is really hard to do on a steak this thin. So I'm, number one, impressed. So let's give it a taste. I've already put some of the herb butter on top. It definitely cuts like a steak that is rare or medium rare. The herbs come through. It's quite sweet. The red wine juice is very sweet. I might be tasting the Gorgonzola still from the pizza. I need a palate cleanser. Give me some ginger. I'm sure there's an Italian one. I just only know the sushi one.
The quality of the meat in the steak reminds me of European, like French beef. It's very, very sweet. So it's probably a higher quality beef than served in other places. It's so rich and sweet. It's a small, like I need just a smaller portion of it because it is so rich.
It's for the green beans. We might need to ask for more of the green beans. They're perfect. The green beans are nice and crunchy. They've got some tooth to them, a little bit of bite, but they're perfectly buttery, and oh my gosh. I think I might just ask for some more of the green beans because they're that good.
Yeah.
These green beans, I think, might be my favorite vegetable that I've had on the show. And I like vegetables. I can tell you what my standout items of the meal were already. My standout items of the meal are the green beans and the almond croissant. Because I'm not a huge Italian food person. 3 desserts. This is the Limoncello tart, which looks way better than a lot of the pictures I've seen, so they might have updated the Limoncello tart. This is the Panna Cotta pot with some popping strawberry pearls, some pistachio crumble, and a gorgeous chocolate and chocolate butterfly on it. That looks amazing. And then this is the Italian Zabaglione, which is toasted and looks really amazing. Can't wait to try that one too.
So this is Zabaglione, which is egg yolks, marsala wine, and sugar. Wow, that's really good. Yeah, that's really good.
It's a raspberry. Okay, that was our dark horse. We weren't sure about that one. That's amazing. We heard somebody else describe it like marshmallowy. Shout out to This Life of Ours. They were right behind us when they were doing their desserts, and I was like, we have to find the one that they were describing as marshmallowy because it sounds amazing. It's this one. This one's incredible. I was not expecting this to be as good as it is. Yeah. I'm gonna give the limoncello tart a taste. Fresh, light, airy, creamy. Not too strong on the lemon, which is nice. It's not overwhelmingly sour, but I do get the lemon in there. It's a little almost like lemon meringue pie. At least that's the flavor that I get out of it.
It's a lemon cake and it's light and lemon.
And lastly, the panna cotta, the strawberry popping bubbles take no pressure to pop, so it just really perfectly merges in with the panna cotta. This one's excellent too.
They're all really good. I love the way the bubbles just release the strawberry in there. Yeah. I can't pick a favorite. I can't rate them. They're all number one.
I can. I have a favorite. My favorite is the Zabaglione. I was not expecting it to be as good as it is, with the caramelized deliciousness. I thought this would be you because you love creme brulee.
Yeah.
This one is very creme brulee to me, but without having the hard crust. And it's marshmallowy. So I'm sorry we're stealing that word from you, Rachel and June, but this is like perfectly marshmallowy and fantastic. So, but I will also say I think we've paced ourselves well. We didn't over order, we didn't overeat. I don't feel disgusting as I'm getting ready to finish up here. I feel content, but I know a lot of people talk about feeling overly full and like they're being rolled out of here at the end of a Palo Brunch. I don't like that feeling. So I think with what we ordered, and I think by limiting ourselves a little bit more, we're going to be able to feel good for the rest of the day and be ready for dinner tonight at Animator's Palate.
Over the last hour, you may have felt some movement of the ship. We are currently getting the ship in position to receive a U.S. Coast Guard helicopter that will assist us with a medical emergency. We're expecting the helicopter to arrive within the next 30 to 45 minutes, and we do note that there are certain areas that become restricted.
So we had a feeling there was a little more motion than we were expecting back here. My guess is we are hauling tail to wherever we need to go meet up with the Coast Guard helicopter. I don't know the range of their helicopters, but we definitely are trying to get us there in an expeditious time so that we can Med-Evac whoever we need to. But I hope that person is okay. I hope they get to where they need to be fast and healthy. And thank you, Coast Guard, for being available and getting out here as fast as you did. Because the person that's getting Med-Evac is going to have a real scary time going up into that helicopter because they're going to put him on a stretcher from a helo and lift him up. There's nowhere to land a helicopter here. These ships do not have helipads on them. From my understanding, they're going to strap the person having a medical emergency onto a stretcher that's going to be lowered down from the Coast Guard helicopter. Now, it's a special helicopter designed to accommodate people on stretchers. They'll have room for them up there. But it's going to be close quarters, and they get to be lifted up above a cruise ship while attached to a stretcher, basically on a rope. Wire rope. It's going to be a long lift. I hope they're okay, and I hope they get to their medical emergency handled safely, and I hope they turn out okay.
Choose good quality champagne because anyway you will not feel grape variety inside, right? So it's an elderflower liqueur top up with prosecco, but what I do before it, I muddle a little lime and mint. A little lime and mint, why? For this citrus hint. Because elderflower is sweet, prosecco is dry. So I will put a little sour inside to make a balance of the cocktail. And this is martini kind of preparation, right? You see it's martini kind of preparation. I will tell you how we make it. If you see cucumber inside like a garnish, what kind of gin I use?
Hendrix.
Hendrix. Hendrix is infused with cucumber peel and rose petal, right? Jigger for measuring. I don't need that. I mean, 17 years of experience by the bar. You think I'm measuring? No. What I'm doing? So you have two types of pouring. Measuring and counting in free pouring. What means free pouring? You think I pour it like this? No. I'm counting. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. So sometimes my guests are there and I'm preparing. They are talking, but I'm still counting. And then at the end of the day, I sit down only numbers. Be careful when you're modeling something in a wine glass. If you press, you're gonna break the glass. You're gonna cut yourself. Just gently press, gently, just for the smell. 1.5 ounce of Saint-Germain. Saint-Germain is elderflower liqueur. Then I'm going to top up either with Prosecco, either with a sparkling wine. Here I have Chandon. I'm gonna just top up with Chandon just to show you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I like extra fine.
What's this one, Danielle?
So, what is this one? Now I'm coming to that one. In front of you is going to be a strawberry one. So the strawberry one is going to be yummy one that you cannot feel alcohol, but this is the strongest actually. It's a Zacapa 23 rum. It's Guatemalan rum. You see the color of the rum?
Wow.
This is the one that I'm telling you drink neat. But I give you, because why should I give you Bacardi Silver when the company giving me to give you something more better, right? And the last one is going to be, what liqueur I'm using beside the Hendrix in my cucumber martini?
Sour apple liqueur.
Yes, sour apple liqueur. Okay, you deserve, okay? Enjoy. So, anyway, it's only a game. Thank you so much for coming. Hopefully that you enjoy. Yes.
I won!
Is there any question?
Hi, Joe! Thank you! Hi, Lingham! 2022. Oh, we're following them. We're all in one line. Just follow. You can see the cheese. Two tomato tarts.
Well, you get one. I got two.
Butternut squash soup with the perfect squiggle. You cannot go wrong with the pasta per set. That is the pork chop with the risotto.
Yeah.
And you can get it separated out into pork chop and risotto. And then I have the Angus beef tenderloin with the wasabi mashed potatoes, and it's always delicious. Yours is the pasta.
The penne bolognese.
That one.
Oh yeah.
Ask for that.
Because I like key lime.
That's a good idea.
I love key lime Cheyenne. That is, I don't
Thank you.
Yes.
So mint is going with lime, basil is going with lemon, cherry and orange, rosemary we don't muddle.
Right.
Ginger you can muddle together with a lemon. But small piece of ginger, not like...
Yeah.
Because ginger is very heavy.
Ginger's strong.
Very strong and heavy on smell and taste. So.
Yes.
Got it.
That was it. That's all you get. Moving on to number 4. Alright, first one with lyrics right there. Looking good here. See those lyrics?
I'm like, I at least know the artist of that one. I don't know the name of the song off the top of my head.
Give me the artist.
Oh,
yeah.
Number 4. Nobody knows who this is.
I don't know that one.
It's not really very popular. Is this artist?
Oh, if it's that person, then it's
Anybody know who this is?
irreplaceable.
Oh, okay, all right.
Irreplaceable.
Right.
I think is the name.
Yes.
It is Problem by Ariana Grande featuring Iggy Azalea.
Yeah!
She's good.
Keep going.
I can't sing that high at all. Not even gonna try.
Yeah.
I could do Nickelback, I can't do that. So with that, I think that's pretty much it for us from our sea day. This trip has been a whole lot of socializing and talking to people, which has been a lot of fun, but has also been totally different than all of our past cruises. And I think that's something that's really important to remember, is that every cruise is different. No matter how you go into the cruise and no matter what your expectations are going in, be ready for them to be subverted and have to do something else. We normally do a ton of trivia. We only got to do 2 trivia on the entire cruise, and that was today and tonight. And that's just how it goes sometimes. You do what you can and you have a great time while you're here, and you make it work. But with that, I think that's it for us from our sea day. So I will be signing off for the night, and I will try to capture some stuff for tomorrow about debarkation. It is debarkation day. We are just heading to breakfast, and it is spring forward, which means
We lost an hour of sleep last night, and I'm not about that life. But that's why we voted to get rid of it in California. Why hasn't that been implemented? Grumble, grumble, early morning grumbles. Anyways, not the point. We're back in San Diego. It is super foggy, as I'm sure you can see behind me. And we are heading to breakfast. It is just before 7. We were on early dining, so breakfast is at 7 a.m. And we are back at Animator's Palate tonight. So for anybody who wants to walk off with their luggage, the queue is right around here, down in the main atrium. And it is currently 6:56, which tells me walk-off is probably starting around 7, I think everybody's hoping for. So if you're doing walk-off, be ready. Remember, the Port of San Diego is very, very small. It only holds about 300 people. With the port being so small, we highly recommend, if you have an early flight, even a flight that would be remotely tight, do express walk-off. That queue gets to be absolutely insane. We've seen it backed up all the way to deck 4 in aft, and it gets real crazy. So be ready. If you have any chance of having a tight flight or transportation or train or anything, do express walk-off. You will need that time. That's it from us from the Disney Wonder on our springtime social cruise. Not originally planned to be our springtime social, but I think that's kind of the best way to describe it.
Yeah.
We ended up meeting a whole lot of amazing people, including cast, guests, everything. It's been an amazing experience. Hopefully made some friends for life. And now it's time to go back to the real world and get some sleep. We lost an hour of sleep last night. We are disembarking on daylight savings day, and oh my goodness, I'm tired. Are you tired?
I'm tired. We did a live stream this morning. If you watched it, if you didn't, that'll also be up. This might somehow weave its way, who knows where. So from the Disney Wonder,
We'll see you real soon.